Well, it's been a while, but we're back on the Appalachian Trail. This is where we left off. Rockfish Gap back in October of last year. Entrance to Shenandoah National Park right behind us there, Skyline Drive. No, it's not March, it's May 23rd, Friday, Memorial Day weekend. We're going to see if we can't through hike the Shenandoah National Park. 107 miles, we'll give it a try. I don't know. See you down the trail. Okay, we are about a mile in. We're not quite in the Shenandoah National Park boundaries yet, I don't believe, but we got 4 mountains to get over before lunch. I think it's already forgot their names. Bear's Den Mountain, Little Calf Mountain, Big Calf Mountain, and then Turk Mountain. At that point, I think we're on a ridge line for the afternoon. Still be some ups and downs, but we're heading into the park. I think Skyline Drive crosses the Appalachian Trail. I think I've read 30 something times over 107 miles, so should be some opportunities to maybe take some breaks at some overlooks and get some milkshakes and who knows what. But we'll see what we get into. It's beautiful. There it is. And here's our first peak down into Waynesboro. Beautiful day, 50 degrees, the wind is blowing, nice and cool. We're bundled up in long sleeves and pants. Let's head north. We're going north. We came in the south entrance of Shenandoah National Park in Waynesboro and headed north. Look how pretty this is. All these ferns. We're almost to the top of Bear's Den Mountain, about 4.5 miles in. Yeah, it's probably about 9:30. We got started at 8 a.m. See you up there. Well, look what we come across. Some tractor seats, AT symbol. There's our marker. And some communication towers on the top of Bear Den Mountain. Got a gentleman up here weed eating. Thank you for his service in the national parks. He's a volunteer, I think. And look at there. This is the top of Bear Den Mountain. We got blue skies, no view up here. I'm not gonna take a seat because I'm heading downward. We got 1.3 miles to get to the top of Little Calf Mountain, then Calf Mountain, and then Turk Mountain after that before we're to the ridge, I believe. Let's go. Now we got us a cool little meadow crossing. Looks like we come down and cross Skyline Drive and go up the other side again. Look for any bears in the fields. The sun is shining. We got beautiful blue skies. Little view way over there in the distance. Breeze going on. Let's giddy up. There's our trail marker. We have made it to the top of Little Calf Mountain. Well, do you see what I see? Big old pile of rocks. I guess this means we've reached the summit of Calf Mountain. There's the survey marker. So no view, as you can see at the top of Calf Mountain. That's where we come from. Here's our summit. This is where we're going. It's not quite 11 o'clock. We need to stop and take a break and eat something. We've got about 5 miles yet to get to Turk Mountain, so we've got a pretty big descent. Right now we're at about 3,000 feet of elevation, so if we get a view, I'll bring you back. Well, we've made it to Calf Mountain Shelter. 0.3. We're not going 0.3 and 0.3 back again. We don't need water, so we're going to keep going. Coming out into a view with the power lines. We are still coming down Calf Mountain. Give you a peek. Here's what we got. Well, after 8 miles of hiking, I do believe we are now officially in the Shenandoah National Park boundaries. Trail looks the same. Giddy up. Okay, we're still working our way towards Turk Mountain. We're climbing presently. I'm out of breath. Look at the, what is it? Can't remember what it's called, blooming. Not the azaleas, not the mountain laurel. Maybe that's mountain laurel. He's pretty. Well, it's about 12:15. We're about 10.5 miles in, and we've made it to Sawmill Run Overlook. How pretty is that? I'm ready to lose my hat. Let's get ready to climb Turk Mountain. Somewhere in that direction, maybe. Let's go. Look at all the mountain laurel in bloom. It's not rhododendron, it's the mountain laurels. They are everywhere. Can't smell them, but they're out and they're pretty. Okay, there's our trail behind us. We are heading down to Black Rocks Gap. That's our destination for the day. Haven't done much video in the second half of the day. I'll get into that, but it's just kind of been ups and downs over what I think is Riff Rap Ridge. Not sure on that name, but GPS is going to give us just over 20 miles for the day. Far Out app will give us 20 exactly, I think. Review of the day one. Trail conditions were great. Trails well maintained, nice and smooth. First half of the day was a little rough, but after that it was great. No views. That leads us to the second half. I've been through Shenandoah National Park on Skyline Drive. You get tons of views and overlooks. From the trail today, we got next to nothing. We had maybe 2 overlooks when we crossed Skyline Drive. We had one through the power lines. We had some that were overgrown that I didn't even bother taking pictures of, I don't think. And then a couple were like a mile off trail. Now, when you go a mile off trail and a mile back, that ain't reasonable, especially when you're doing 20 miles in a day. The shelter was 0.3 off trail, same thing, 0.3 back. 0.6, unless you need water or need to use a privy, there's no sense going down there unless you like the shelters. Stay in there. So hopefully day 2 will bring us a lot more views, but we are heading down to Black Rocks Gap to end the day. There's a trail. And we are coming on up to Black Rocks Gap parking area. See if G-Paw is here. 20 miles for the day. Let's see if we can get some burgers. I see them. Some burgers and ice cream are on my menu. Okay, you can see Black Rock parking area over there. We are leaving day 2. First off, heading up to Black Rock Hut and then Black Rock at the top. I forget what the name of the mountain is, but 1.3 mile climb, 1,000 feet. Day 2, we're looking at 24 miles. Don't know if that's gonna happen or not. We'll see. Might have a lunch break at a wayside, stop and get us a burger, maybe a blackberry milkshake, but we're climbing. See you down trail. Well, we made it up our first climb, made to Black Rocks. Now let's see if we can get up there. I'm not sure. The best route maybe was back there. Let's go back and see if we can get up there. I made it up here, guys. I am sitting down because I don't like heights, but look at that. Wow, gorgeous. 360-degree views. Shenandoah National Park, Black Rocks. This is the place to be at this morning. Turn this around, give you a better view. I might even stand up for you. I wouldn't mind staying here all day. Look at that. Gorgeous. I don't know if that's Elkton or back to Waynesboro, but ready to lose my hat here. Now that was pretty awesome, guys. There's a view. That's where we were at. Had the whole place to ourselves. I forgot to tell you, we left about just after 8 this morning. About 50 degrees. But look who we see coming up the trail. Heading up to Black Rocks. Give you a little trail time. Hope that don't fall on us. We are heading to Doyle's River Run Overlook. About half a mile ahead maybe, give or take. It's warming up a little bit. Started out 50 degrees this morning. There's a little bit of a wind. Not like yesterday, but the sun is shining and it's gorgeous. Okay, we are coming out to Doyle's River Overlook. And who do you think we see? Here's Jeepa. Let's go take a peek. We made it. Look how gorgeous. Doyle River Overlook. I can't see the river down there. Somewhere, I'm sure. Here's a better view without my ugly mug in it. Look at the clouds hanging in the sky. How gorgeous is that? Doyle's River Overlook. We are heading north. There's our view, Doyle's River Overlook one more time. Grandpa's gonna move up the road and we'll talk about our plan for lunch a little later. See ya. Lunch. Well, we are climbing Loft Mountain. I don't think this is the summit, but big slab of rock. I was hoping for a view, but don't look like, too overgrown. You can kind of see out there a little bit, but to show you the trail, we're going down just a little bit here. This is Loft Mountain, and got another surprise. After we get to the summit of Loft Mountain, and over the other side is a campground with restrooms and a campground store that might give us the opportunity for maybe a Coke Zero, and an ice cream bar. That's what I call trail magic. I hear woodpecker. Skies are blue. Let's go. Well, today's just full of surprises. Look at this view just off the side of the trail. Not on our map, so I wasn't expecting this. These views today are making up for yesterday's lack of. It's chilly, it's windy, but it's gorgeous. Those beautiful clouds. Head north to that camp store. Got us another gorgeous view off the Loft Mountain. Look at that. Bam. Elkton down there, I'm pretty sure, in the background. That's gorgeous. Well, we worked hard, but look what we found. We made it to the camp store. We're gonna get some ice cream, Coke Zero, see if they got some facilities to use. No signs of Grandpa, so we'll have to partake without him. Maybe another day. Okay guys, we made it. A little bit disappointed, no Coke Zero, but we got a Pepsi Zero Sugar Cherry Pepsi, Cherry Cola, and a classic ice cream sandwich. So, pack off, poles down, break. We're gonna eat, and then we're gonna head down the trail. Let's see, we are coming down Loft Mountain. Had our snack. I won't tell you what we had for breakfast. Yes, I will. We stayed in Waynesboro last night at the Quality Inn, which was half a step above an Appalachian Trail shelter, so not very good, but it was a bed and it was just Grandpa and I, so. But stopped at a little bakery this morning, just opened up Thursday, cinnamon rolls, sticky buns, big old chocolate chip cookies, and fresh ground coffee. It was good. We're heading up another little mountain here in a bit with some ledges, some cliffs that should have some views. Gonna meet Grandpa again in about 3.5 miles. And another surprise, lunch. We got another wayside coming up here, but it's half a mile off the trail, half a mile back on. So I'm just gonna meet Grandpa 2 miles further up the trail where it crosses a road, and drive 2 miles back to that wayside, get us a burger, maybe a blackberry milkshake, and then drive 2 miles back and go where we left off. So, hike smart, not hard. That's what I always say. But it's a gorgeous day. Okay, we're climbing on, huffing and puffing, but look at these pretty little blue flowers. How gorgeous is that? Okay, coming to our first cliff or ledge or view. See what we got. Watch out for the rattlesnakes. Oh, glory. Look how pretty that is. My goodness. Not sure what mountain or overlook we're on, but that's gorgeous. Look at that tree. Still huffing and puffing. I assume that's Elkton. Some of the cliff line here. Let's keep moving. A little further down the trail, probably the same view, but bam. Look at that. hard to make out through the foliage here, but we got the birds a singing. We got Ivy Creek here just a trickling. Trail running right alongside. Could lay down and take a nap here. Well, we've made it to our first creek crossing without a bridge. We'll rock hop across this. Oh boy, going down the waterfall here. This is gorgeous. Ivy Creek here. So we can get across without dropping our camera and getting our feet wet. Ready, set, go. That rock moved. That was like a heater tower there, but how gorgeous is this, guys? Look at that. Bam. All the way down. Get you a big drink of that. Okay, I think we've made it to the top of, we're gonna call this Ivy Creek Mountain. I don't know, Ivy Mountain. Look at that. I'm a huffing and a puffing. That is gorgeous. Heading towards Ivy Creek Overlook, I believe it's called. About another half mile or so. Look at this view of the trail. You can see the trail here heading north. You can see Skyline Drive. Look at this just off my right shoulder. Ooh, doggy. Look how gorgeous that is way out there. The sun is warm. Okay, we've made it 12.3 miles, though my GPS has died. We've out hiked it, forgot to charge it last night, so we're going by far out mileage. But we've made it to Ivy Creek Overlook. How gorgeous is that? We're gonna get on the road for 2 miles, go get us a burger lunch at the Loft Mountain Wayside, and then come back and see how many more miles we can do this afternoon. We are running behind, so not sure we're gonna get 24. That's beautiful though. Well, that cheeseburger and milkshake was probably not one of my brightest ideas. It is sitting pretty heavy right now, and I'm not feeling good. I don't know if it's the cheeseburger, there's a trail behind us, or I tend to get sick after endurance events, long races, or things like that. So, who knows? Definitely yesterday was tough. So, I got Grandpa waiting 1.8 miles ahead. We're gonna get up and over this one mountain. I don't even know what it's called. See how I feel. Decide then whether we're gonna keep going or call it a day. So that's where we're at. We'll get down the trail here. We got deer right off the trail. Can you see them? 2 of them there? We are just crossing Skyline Drive, and they popped out to cross the road. Scared one up on the trail, but I think it scared me more than I scared her. It scared me more than I scared it. There they go. Well, we just made it over another unnamed mountain. I'm gonna name it Mount Kicked My Butt. It was a big old climb. I am bright red faced. My burger blahs have about passed. So we are 17.5 miles in for the day, and 3.5 miles to where Grandpa's at. We'll decide then whether we want to go more or not. So It's getting warm. Well, here's our last view of what I'm calling won't kick my butt. It's pretty. It's going on 5 o'clock. You can see Skyline Drive down there. Going on 5 o'clock. I think we got about 2 miles to Grandpa, and that'll probably put us 21 for the day. So we're probably going to be a bit shy, but I could do another 3 miles, but it'd be slow and sloppy. So here's our trail, and we got a little bit of a downward and then a little bit more of an upward to Grandpa. See you there. To bring you back from my nice cool tunnel of blooming mountain laurels. How cool is this? Be nice in the middle of the day when it's nice and hot. Give you some shade. Goes on and on. Here's Skyline Drive down there, the motorcyclers. On and on and on. Okay, end of day 2, wrap up. We found wildlife on the trail. Bigfoot back there. Oh. Grandpa, let's see. No GPS, far out says 21 miles for today. We started out at about 8:15 and it's after 5 or probably after 5. So, but we got lots of views today. Got a creek crossing, we got the camp store, we got the wayside, ice cream, burgers, soda, milkshakes. So that sounds like a good day. Let's see what else. We didn't make 24. That's what we were shooting for, so we'll have to tack that on somewhere if we're gonna make it. But we are moving up the trail with our lodging tonight and heading to Country View Lodge. Does that not sound high end or what? So I don't know what we're gonna do for dinner. We may just crash, but that's day 2. And this is where we shall pick up in this morning. Smith Roach Gap. That's where we come out. That's where we're parked. Skyline Drive. See ya. Okay, day 3. We are back at Smith Roach Gap where we left off yesterday. Heading down the trail over here. I don't have a clue how many miles we're gonna get in today, but we start off going up High Top Mountain. It's a big climb, over 1.5 miles, 2 miles, and we'll see what we get into. Should be a view at the top. We have made it to the top of High Top, and bam, look at that. How gorgeous. It's beautiful. Well, look at that big old rock. There's some slabs of rock there. I reckon there's any burrs up in there. Could be. I better get going. Okay, believe it or not, we are on the Appalachian Trail. Walking alongside Skyline Drive, crossing over Highway 33. This is Swift Run Gap. Shenandoah National Park has 4 entrances. We came in the south at Waynesboro. This is Swift Run Gap, then Thorton Gap, and then Front Royal. So we are headed north. There's Grandpa over there. Can you see him? Follow me along the way. Let's go. Also 46 degrees this morning when we started out. About 54 degrees right now. Supposed to get up to low 70. It's nice. Give you a little bit of trail time. We are hiking up Saddleback Mountain. It's a climb. I don't think we're to the top yet. Hopefully we're over halfway, but Saddleback Mountain, and then I think Appalachian. I'm just guessing at some of these names based on trails that are around it, so just go with it. Well, we are 6 miles in. We're almost to the top of Saddleback Mountain. We're taking us a water break, Pop-Tart break, and then we'll get back at it. See ya. Okay, this is our next challenge. We get to try and get down all these rocks. Here we go. Okay, we are up and over Appalachian Mountain, I think. No views. I think they're putting all the views today on Skyline Drive. Let's see, we got 2 miles to get to Lewis Mountain Cabin Campground. I think there's a store there, but not sure how close it is to the trail, so we'll see about that. Just a little bit up to get there. See you there. Well, we're coming across Flapjack Rock. That's what I've named it anyway. Flapjack Rock. Hope it don't crush me. Well, I made it to Lewis Mountain Campground, and about 12.5 miles in, a little over, 12:30. I stopped for lunch, and look what I found packed in my lunch bag. Pizza, and we'll hydrate on some water here as well, but we'll see if that sits better than the cheeseburger did yesterday. But that's what's for lunch. Okay, we have finished our lunch at Lewis Mountain Campground. It's a little after 1. We got a little over 6 miles to get to Grandpa at Melam Gap, I believe. And let's see, we've got about 12.5, 13 miles in. And here we go. We gotta get over, we're coming down Lewis Mountain. Gotta get over Bear Fence Mountain, Hazeltop Mountain. Hazeltop's the big one. So we're on our way. Well, that last view was on the top of Bear Fence Mountain. We are now on the top of Hazeltop, and this is our view. As of now, this is our last one for the day, so we're heading down to Melam Gap, and probably ending it for the day. Be probably 19.5, 20 miles. We'll see you when we get there. Okay, guys. End of day 3 wrap up. What is today? Sunday. There goes a chipmunk. May 25th, 2025. Let's see. We're going to hit 19.5 miles. I'm going to round it up to 20 because I'm in charge. I'm feeling generous today. Another day of, what, 2, maybe 3 views in 20 miles. That's kind of sad. And got to eat lunch at the Lewis Mountain Campground. That was nice to have a picnic table. Could have went to the camp store, but chose not to. Pizza was good. Sat better than the cheeseburger did. But if we'd have stuck to those 20 miles to Skyline Drive through Shenandoah National Park, I can guarantee you 20 plus views over 20 miles. So that's the sad part. So my recommendations, if you're through hiking the Appalachian Trail or Shenandoah National Park, get you a sun hat, long sleeve sun t-shirt, lather up in some sunscreen, lots of water, and hit Skyline Drive. If you've not been to Shenandoah before, that would be my recommendation. So there you have it. We got 2 more days here. Almost fell. 2 more days here. We'll see what we get into. Okay, here we are pulling up to Milam Gap. See the butterflies dancing up there. We're probably 2 miles south of Big Meadows Wayside. So we may see if we can convince Grandpa, I see him up there, into going and getting some blackberry ice cream. That's what I'm talking about. Here we go. All right, guys, we are all packed up and ready to move down the trail. We're leaving on the morning of day 4 from Country View Lodge. Cute little place. You can see this little cabins down there, the main home, and that's where we stayed. Nice, clean, cozy. Got your old-fashioned key to the door. You got to turn back in. Let's get down the trail. Okay, back on trail day 4. We're starting out at Milam Gap again here. We came out yesterday over there, heading back in the woods there. We're about 2 miles south of Big Meadow Wayside and Lodge. So we're gonna head that direction first. Should be, hopefully, fingers crossed, plenty of views today. Okay, we're 1 mile in, coming across the cemetery, and we got some rain. I'm gonna grab my raincoat. Okay, got the raincoat on. Here's our cemetery. Rain's not too bad when you're under the trees in the woods, but come out in a clearing like that, I don't want to get wet. Okay, we're about 2 1/4 in, and we've made it to Black Rock Viewpoint. Look at this. Even in the rain, it's beautiful. See that? How gorgeous. We've passed Big Meadow Wayside and just getting ready to hit Big Meadows Lodge, but we're not going down there. It's about 0.4 off the trail. How beautiful. First view of the day. That's a big one. Here's another quick view just over our left shoulder off the trail. I don't want to get out on those rocks because it's a little bit slippery, but how beautiful. We are traveling through Big Meadow Campground. People are all up checking out. By the way, happy Memorial Day. If you need water, I know a spot. Look at that. That is nice. Be a good place for a nap. And a bear. There's our trail. That's where we're heading. Northbound. Look how pretty these ferns are. There's where we've been. What do you think's laying down sleeping underneath all that? This is our trail this morning. It is nice. Slippery, but nice. Okay, we made it to Fisher's Gap Overlook. We popped up just onto Skyline Drive. Look at those clouds hanging down low. That's what we got. I think we're heading towards Big Meadow. I'm not sure. We'll see when we get there. If we get there. Oh. Here you got some mountain laurels that haven't quite opened up yet. How pretty. More of the mountain laurels. There's a bunch of them. These aren't opened up yet. Look at that. And boogity, boogity, boogity. Look at this, guys. Ka-chow. How pretty is that? That's where we come from. That's where we're going. Okay, I'm trying to decide which rock I need to take home for my rock collection. Usually take a souvenir rock. Eeny, meeny, miny. That's where we come from. Rocks, rocks, rocks. That's where we're going. And no view. Well, here's us another rock scree. You see through that tree there? Pick out another rock for our collection. There's where we're headed. But look what we get here. Bam! Nice view. Will you look at this monstrosity? How cool is that? I reckon there's any bears living in there. You better. A waterfall. That's pretty neat. Made it to Skyland Resort for a quick bite for lunch. This is a healthy lunch. Get us down the trail. Well, we just finished our nutritious lunch. Starbucks white chocolate mocha, a Danish, big old chocolate chip cookie. Didn't want to wait for the dining room. We're staying there tonight, so we hit the dining room and gift shop and all that good stuff. So we'll get on down the trail. A little after 1. We got 10 more miles to go. So we'll see if we can get there. Well, here's our view of Little Stony Man Overlook this afternoon. You can see the clouds rolling through. How cool that is. It's just going up the mountainside, up and over. Nothing to see here. Okay, here's your view off the other side of Little Stony Man. But clouds are rolling in. How cool is that? You can see Skyline Drive down there. One more quick view. How cool is that? Nothing. You can see it just rolling like soup. Come across. Bam. Blue skies. Talk about a dividing line. Skyline Drive is it. And they have no idea. Bring you way out. Beautiful. Okay, we've made it a Hughes River overlook. About 13.5 miles in. It's about 2 o'clock. So probably about 7 more miles to go. We're heading north. We are climbing and huffing and puffing, which here's you an overlook. A little bit. Give you a peek. That's pretty. Okay, we're passing through the Pinnacles picnic grounds. Lots of people for a late afternoon on Memorial Day. Pretty cool. Heading to an overview next. Okay, look at those blue skies. It turned out to be a nice day. We made it to Jewel Hollow Overlook. How gorgeous is that? We got a mile climb up to the pinnacle. And about 4 miles down to Jeepa. We'll hit Mary's Rock on the descent. Well, look at Ellie Rose. I think I found you a new friend. Either that or dinner. I'm not sure which one. He's not afraid of me. He must know I have no energy to get him. Hey, Miss Peter Cottontail. What you doing? Tell the Tubby bye-bye. I'm climbing, so we keep this short, but I don't think we've talked about wildlife. We've seen deer, lots of turkey, several groundhogs, chipmunks, squirrels, one mouse, anything else, lots of birds, woodpeckers, guess that's a bird. I don't think anything else. No bears. Grandpa saw a green snake. So most of that's on the road, a few on the trail. That's my wildlife report. Oh, besides seeing Bigfoot. Jeepa, that is. We are climbing. Okay, we are done climbing. We are almost to the top of the pinnacle. Are you ready for it? Watch out for the snakes. Bam, look at that bad boy. Oh my goodness. I'm not sure if this is the tallest spot in the whole park. You can see a little lake down there. Smoke coming off a house. This is the best view of the day, boys. Look at that. That is gorgeous. We've got a 2-mile walk along the ridge to Mary's Rock. I don't know if that's it. Way over there, and then 3 miles down, 2 miles down. What about that? That's a long ways down. This is the pinnacle view for sure. Let's head northward to Mary's Rock. Peek at the pond down there, the lake. That's beautiful. Well, we've hit our first shelter on the Shenandoah National Park. This is bird's nest number 3. I've been staying away from the shelters because there's a norovirus outbreak and we don't want any of that. That means we won't touch anything. Fire ring, picnic table that's got Nora written all over it. Typical Appalachian Trail shelter. Sleeping platform, fireplace, chimney stack, deluxe accommodations on the Appalachian Trail. Can't beat that. You can see the bear boxes over there. I'm sure there's a privy and a water source somewhere, but that there is bird's nest number 3. I know you wanted to see it, folks. There's your privy for bird's nest number 3 hut. Golden staircase and all. Bam. Luxury at its best. We ain't going in there. Well guys, I think I have found Mary's Rock. Oop, there it is. How pretty is that? About the same view, not near as good from the pinnacle. Right over there, I do believe, is where we stood on the pinnacle. How pretty. Blue skies. Very nice. I got a confession. That last view was not Mary's Rock. And neither is this one. And neither is the next one. Mary's Rock is about just under a mile away yet. So we'll keep peeking. Okay, here's another view. Again, not Mary's Rock. Lots of views today, making up for yesterday. Showing off. Proving me wrong. We're moving northward. We are sitting at 19 and a quarter. We're probably gonna hit 21, 22 today. There we are. So we finally made it to Mary's Rock. Thorton Gap down there, that's where we're headed. 2 miles. And I ain't going up there. Next stop, Thornton's Gap.
It's definitely not, it's gonna be worse.
Okay, end of day 4 wrap up. My feet and my legs are finished. We are coming down. This was a 2-mile knee and foot breaking busting descent. Coming down into Thornton Gap. You can find Grandpa in the Paramount parking lot. Sounds big, doesn't it? We'll see if we can find him. But it's gonna end up being 22 miles. Again, I'm in charge here. We're rounding up and I'm generous today. But 22 miles, we're gonna head back to Skyland Resort for the night. See what we can get into. I definitely need shower, a drink, and a meal. I am beat. So we'll see what we get into. But we've got to find G-Paw first. My bad, it's called Panorama Parking Lot. Sounds even bigger, doesn't it? Oops. There he is. Mary's Rock Trailhead. Mary's Rock was definitely way too crowded. Let's go find G-Paw. We're gonna head into Big Meadows Lodge here to the dining room, get us something to eat, then come back up and sit in these chairs for a while. Let's go eat. Big Meadows Lodge. Now this is what I call recovery food at Big Meadows Dining Room. Get in my belly. And of course we got to finish strong with blackberry cobbler and ice cream. And blackberry ice cream. Outside the dining room, a little cool on the patio. There's our view. Well, we are checked in at the Skyline Resort, and it looks like we're gonna have a front row seat for the wedding in the morning. See if we can talk them out of it. Breakfast of Champions, blackberry pancakes, some coffee. Yummy, yummy. Okay, day 5. The school buses have rolled in. We are at Skyline Resort there. We spent the night. Guys, our attempted through hike on the Appalachian Trail through Shenandoah National Park is a failure. We aren't gonna finish. It's supposed to rain all day today. My feet hurt. I got a chest cold. I'm dehydrated. So we're gonna call this a wrap. We did our souvenir shopping in the gift shop, support the local economy, but we're gonna call it quits. We did have a great time. I'll be coming back to finish up probably sometime this year. We got in 83 miles total of the 107, so we've got, what's that, 25 miles to go or so. So we'll come back out, finish the trip, come visit. This place is beautiful, whether you're on the trails, whether you're on Skyline Drive, or whether you're in the lodges, the waysides. This place has got it. Come on out, but we had a good time regardless. See ya.